Hey guys, so in today's video I just wanted to break down the last 3 trades that I've taken, one on Monday, one on Tuesday and one today. The reason why I haven't done individual breakdowns of each trade is because again I am still on holiday and I don't have access to my filming equipment. So because of this I thought I'd do a video today so at least you guys still have a breakdown of these 3 trades, and then I'll make another one for the following 2 days that we have left. But just like every other video, I'm just going to jump straight into it so you guys can see exactly what my thought process was behind each individual trade. So let's kick things off with Monday. So on Monday, I woke up and I saw that we had this big push to the downside. So prices created this lower low. And as I always say, you have to anticipate what price is going to do, but you can't force price to do anything, right? So when we can see that we've created this lower low, the next anticipation for price is to give us a lower high before giving us another lower low, right? So in anticipation for this lower high, I was looking for buys on Monday. So let's drop down to the 1 minute, and on here, as always, we simply follow the tick sheet that we have. And the number one thing is to figure out our directional bias. So we know that we're in a downtrend, but we're anticipating a lower high. Therefore, short term, we are bullish, so we can look for buys. But if we get a sell immediately, I would be open to taking that too. Next step is to mark out our Asia highs and our Asia lows. And once we've done that, all we're simply going to do is wait for price to give us an entry by giving us a market structure shift and showing us a fair value gap for our entry, right? So as we can see, we've now swept the Asia lows. And now that we've swept the Asia lows, we're now simply waiting for a market structure shift. And we get that right here. So as I've got it marked out, this was the key structure point for me because all of this is just one leg down. Therefore, anything below this, like this pause in the market, this pause in the market, isn't significant structure. So if price came up here, I wouldn't classify this as a break of structure because this is our key high, right? So now that we've created this massive push to the upside, we're now anticipating price to come back down into our fair value gap before going up, right? So next steps is to mark out your fair value gap. And for me, this is what I had marked out because this is the fair value gap that broke the structure. And if we also take a look at the fib, we can see that it is just above the 50%. But when I had it marked out, we can see that when I actually put the fib on there, I was measuring it like this, and it worked out to be exactly on the 61.8. Now, as we all know, that's the golden number, golden ratio. So because of that, I had high confluence in this fair value gap. So once we put that in there, all we simply do is put our buy limit right there, stops below the low, and our target at the next point of liquidity. And after that, we simply just wait for price to tap us in, as we got it right there. And then we just wait for either a stop loss or a take profit, and bang. Nice and simple, perfect trade to kick things off in the week. So again, I posted this in my Telegram to show everyone that I did take this trade, kicking the week off in style, 2% banked while enjoying some stunning views from the balcony. Now let's check this out, right? Look at this. Wow. So that was a beautiful, beautiful trade that we took on Monday that gave us really good 2%. And after that, we're now again just waiting for the next day. I know I've got it marked up here, but I didn't obviously hold it for this long. I just got my take profit at the Asian liquidity, but I just wanted to see how far price actually went. And if we actually take a look, if you had held this trade, that would have been a whopping 1 to 25 risk to reward. Now that is crazy. Imagine 25% on a 100K funded account. That's $25,000 that you could have made just by simply holding this trade, right? Now that's the power of Forex, and that's the power of having one strategy that you can stick to and just run it up. That's all you have to do, guys. Just run up that strategy and just make it the best that you can. But let's go straight into Tuesday. And as we can see on Tuesday, I'm just going to go over my thought process on the higher time frame. So we have had this massive push to the upside, a little pause in the market, and then another push to the upside. So technically, we are in a bullish market. So most of you guys would be looking for buys, right? So you're anticipating a sweep of the lows and then a continuation up, right? But as I always say, yes, you have to simply take what the markets give you. You anticipate what's going to happen, but if the market shows you otherwise, you just follow the market, right? Trade with the trend, because the trend is your friend. So we've had this push, but in my head, we are very extended, right? We've had a lot of bullish momentum in the markets, prices just going haywire. So we need some sort of relief, right? We need price to correct itself because there's fair value gaps all over the place, right? So because there's fair value gaps all over the place, I was anticipating price to come a little bit lower before going back up because you can't just keep going up, right? So let's drop down to the 1 minute and see what happened on the Tuesday. So I had my Asia highs and lows marked out. The directional bias is bullish, but I'm happily looking for sells. And a lot of you guys messaged me about this trade. So let's just go over it very slowly so everyone can understand what was happening. So right here, we've got a push to the upside, push to the downside, and you can mark this out subjectively, right? So for me, I was seeing price like this. So when this broke, that was structural for me. So that was the market structure shift right there. But a lot of you guys sent me screenshots where you're counting this entire leg up as one solid move with this and then this, right? So again, the market is subjective a little bit, but you have to just understand market structure. And to understand market structure, you just have to spend time backtesting and actually understanding why the markets move the way they do. So let's quickly just move to the next candle. And as we can see, we had this crazy spike right here. Now, the reason why my stop is all the way up here is because I didn't anticipate price was going to go up there. But instead, I was actively watching the charts. And when I saw that price has pushed up this crazy move this morning, I saw price do this. And when I saw this rejection, I thought, you know what? That's a very good sign that the bears tried to push the price up, but they failed. And then price got pushed down, right? So as soon as I saw this rejection happening right here, I took a market execution in this area, which is why my entry is right there. So that's why my stop loss was up here, because I put my stop above this high. Because just in case price did reverse, at least I'm covered up to this point. But no, I didn't anticipate price was going to go up here and put my stop loss here and claim I'm some, mind reader or some sort of future reader or something, because I'm not. I simply just watched price create this crazy wick, and when I saw it rejecting all here, I decided to market execute, and that was my entry right there. So again, I saw price push up, come down, so it broke structure right here, and then I saw this crazy rejection, so I market executed right here, and I got into the trade. So I know a lot of you guys had difficulties with this trade because you didn't understand what was going on here, but again, the market does what the market does. You can never force the market to do what you want it to do. It will always do what it wants to do. But I got in right here, and then again, as we can see, bang. Nice and beautiful. We was in this trade for a very little amount of time. We was in there for 16 minutes, and we had another 2% banked. All right, so let's quickly jump to my Telegram, and here we are. Posted this again in my Telegram group, and this is why you guys were then, messaging me, asking me why I put my stops above this, and if I anticipated price was going to go there. So just to answer everyone's questions, no, I did not anticipate price to go up there. I just watched, understood that this rejection meant that we were not bullish. So I got in with a market execution right here, and I watched the market go in my favor. It could have gone completely against me. It could have rejected here. I could have got in, and it could have just shot up. But again, I just done what I thought was best through the understanding that I have of the markets over the years that I've spent in the markets, right? So I hope that made a little bit more sense, but again, that was the trade for Tuesday. And now let's see what happens with price today, because today's trade was just like every other time where, you know, you think you've got it good and price just does what it wants. So let's take a look at this. Let me push price back, and on the higher time frame, we're again seeing that we are bearish because we've got this push to the downside, we've got this leg up, and then we've got this leg down. So when we see this leg down, now we all know again, price makes lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, then it has to make a lower high before it can continue going lower. So we're anticipating a lower high before a lower low. So to get into this lower high, we must then sweep this Asia low, do a market structure shift to go to the upside before then coming back down. So the anticipation was that price is going to give us a lower high. So we were then looking for buys, right? So as we can see, we have swept the Asia lows right here. And after the sweep, we're now simply waiting for a market structure shift. And we get that right here. So this was my structural point that I had right there. And from here, market shifted structure. And I could have put the fibs out and waited for a better entry somewhere down here, right? But if I'm completely honest, I wasn't seeing all that much great fair value gaps down here. So I had this marked out, then I was seeing this right here. But apart from that, there wasn't really much that I was looking at. So I thought, you know what? I saw price come back down a little bit and I thought, let me just get into this trade because I feel like it's the right thing to do. So then I got into this trade. I'm still following my confluences, as always, right? And price started to go in my favor. And when price started to go in my favor, this is a learning point for me because I should have learned this already. I should have put it into practice, but it's something that I didn't do. It may be that I'm on holiday, or there could be multiple different reasons as to why I didn't do this. But what I didn't do is when price got up here, that was essentially halfway, right? So up here, we're aiming for a 1 to 2, and right here, we was at 1%. So technically, price was at a 1-to-1 risk to reward. And usually what I like to do is once we get to 1-to-1 risk to reward, I usually put my stops to break even, right? I like to put the stops at break even just so I can not have to worry about price anymore. I can walk away and come back once we either hit break even or take profit. But for some reason I didn't do that today, and that is completely my fault. So price did give us a nice 1% to the upside, but after that, unfortunately, price did turn around on us and it did go and hit my stop loss. So again, as I always say, I'm completely transparent and I didn't shy away from this. I did put this in my group. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to bring it up. Okay, so I wasn't able to find it on the Telegram because I wasn't logged into the right account. But I will just pop an image right here on the screen so you guys can see that I did post it. So I do not shy away from my losers. I always show my wins and my losses. But unfortunately, today's trade wasn't a winner. We have had a solid week so far. We are up 3% altogether for the week. And then we took the loss today. So now we're down to 2% for the week. Last week, we hit a nice 6% overall gain on the account. And this week, we're up 2%. So that just goes to show that altogether, since last week, we are up 8% on the account. So that is amazing. And that's why I just love this strategy, because the power of sticking to one strategy, understanding it, and being able to take trades every single day is something so powerful that not a lot of traders have, right? So I would always say just be consistent with your trading, always follow your rules, and make sure that you take each trade as it comes, right? If it hits your stop loss, don't worry about it. If it hits your take profit, don't worry about it, right? The market gives and the market takes. You just simply follow your strategy and you become a rule-based trader, not somebody who's a gambler, right? But guys, I did want to end this on a nice little post that I've done in my Telegram. So this is a screenshot from my personal trading account where I deposited $50,000. And just this year alone, I was able to withdraw $87,850. This is all from my own personal trades that I have taken over this year. I was able to make a nice withdrawal just because I thought, you know what, let me treat myself. Christmas is around the corner. So this is the power of Forex. This is the power of consistency, hard work, and relentless work ethic. So if I can do it, everyone can do it. All you have to do is simply just stick to a trading strategy, master it, and that's it. That is going to make you money, right? So I hope you guys have had a great day. I hope you learned something from this video. And if you do have any questions, feel free to join my Telegram. The link is in the bio. Send me a message. Let's connect. If you like the video, please like it, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, and I'll see you on Friday when I post the next breakdown of Thursday and Friday's trade. So I'll see you then. Have a good time, guys. Take care.